Hello everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. You join me atop the Leapfrog once again. That's right, our brave boy from the previous episode is still up and kicking. Although, I did notice in the edit that I don't think I actually pointed out what we're going to be doing with this thing, which, a bit of an oversight on my part, so sorry about that. So, this is the Leapfrog. This is going to be a medium-range transport ship. It's not going to be a mining ship, which is what we started designing in the time-lapse footage that we lost. It was the explanation was lost too. I'm really sorry about that. By the way, I have got the time-lapse working again. We'll talk about that more in a second, or at least I think it's working. The plan with this thing is going to be to fly it up to an asteroid. I haven't found one yet that's got some uranium on it. And then what we'll do is we'll set up an auto mine, sort of like we did for the Sarlacc pit over there, that will dig out the uranium, and then this will ferry resources between that spot and this point over here. Now, I do happen to know that this is possible. I don't know exactly how to do it, though. I know you can do it with Path Auto Miner. It has a cargo mode. We'll have to play around a bit together and see how that works. Also, yeah, of course, these got destroyed, didn't they? So that's why they're not on the off group. Oh, Space Engineers, if you would just be so kind as to have some kind of cached modifier that just remembers which blocks are in which group, so that when you get rebuilt from a projection, you don't have to set them all up again. But maybe I'm dreaming too big. Maybe I'm asking too much. Also, we managed to clean up the inventory a lot. Izzy's is now working again properly. As you can see, ammo's in the correct place, tools are in the correct place. It's genuinely all just kind of coming together Millhouse. Me being Millhouse, and I'm very happy about that. All of our tardigrades are flying around. I don't know where the brown one went. Yeah, another lost child for the wastes. But we'll find him at some point, probably, when I remember. Anyway, so we've got lots of things we've got to do today. We've got lots of different options we can work on. No one pointed out any major problems, so I'm going to take that off the board for now. I don't think we're done, per se, with fixing the problems, but I think we're a lot closer than we would have been otherwise. Something else we needed to do was to print more tardigrades. That's done. People did ask me to do a super tardigrade. I'm going to leave this over here as like a sub-task, rather than, I don't know, we'll sort of leave this behind as a remnant of the other one. And we'll see if we get to it. Super tardigrade would be really cool. It's just not particularly necessary for what we're doing right here. So maybe that's something we could do on a design stream or something, right? We could do a combat tardigrade too. You know what? Let's put that in there. Maybe we'll pin that. You guys want another design stream? Those were fun. I don't know how we'd keep the tardigrade shape though and make it combat. You have to have the guns pointing down. Maybe we like turn it so that it flies forward. I don't know. We could probably work it out. Alright, Uranium Fever is what we're going to be doing today. That's going to be scouting it, but we have built the cargo ship. We have not set up the uranium depot, and we do not yet have unlimited power. We have not built the Great Gates or the Guardian. This is something else that I think we really need to get to today, is this bit here, specifically these two. The Great Gates are aesthetic, but the Guardian would house our shield. And the shield seems to be something that we are desperately lacking at the moment. So that's another big one that I kind of want to work on. As for the FPP super hangar, we have dug the hole. We have not built the walls or the contraption. Excellent suggestions came through yesterday for this one. And the one I think I'm settled on is someone suggesting that we should have 4 doors, kind of like a box, right, that fold open. And then you can just adjust the angle on the doors to act for different things. So they can go vertical up for to extend the height if we need to. They can go completely closed to seal in the flavor and for the grinding. They can open at an angle to act a bit like a chute. And of course they can open completely flat if we want to store them. So I think that's a really, really clever idea. That will involve some serious engineering, which will probably be its own episode. But that's probably going to be the contraption. Thank you to the commenter who suggested that. And then as for the printer, there were some really good ideas regarding the grinders and the printing welders. It was just too many subgrids for me to be comfortable using on the save. It's already falling apart as it is. So I think what we're going to do is just have a boring old grinder pit at the bottom, and then we'll do the interesting engineering here with the contraption, and the printing will be done by nanobots. But I'll leave that there because we might need to add more. But I think for now, I'm gonna put a Z in there, because I think we're done. That's a myth plausible right there, but I'm not completely sold on the idea just yet. Alright, anyway, that's enough chitter-chatter. I've got the spectator cam currently waiting for me inside the ship over here. There they are. So we need to go over and load up everything we'll need to build a mine. It shouldn't be much, just some, steel plates, motors, all the basics. We'll take 2,000 steel plates. That'll be plenty. Give me those displays. Give me like, or let's say like 2,000 construction components. We'll leave everything we don't use on that side, right? All right, I think 780 is probably a good place to stop. Oh, no, let's make it 850. Perfect. 900, that's the same number, right? Okay, cool. And with that, I think we fly. I just need to do one order of operations here. I need to get in the ship first. Okay, but with all of our resources ready, the spectator cam died again, so I'm going to do my best to resuscitate it. We're going to turn all of our engines on. There we go. And lift off, I think. Let's go ahead and turn our shield on as well. I'm a little scared of them, something shooting at us, to be completely honest. And now we fly off into the unknown to find a uranium asteroid, is what I would say if I hadn't already prepared one earlier. Yes, look at this. Where is it? Where is it? Show it to me. Show it to me. There it is. It took me about 2.5 hours last night. I was watching Pestely's Hardcore Tarkov speedrun. Oh, sorry. It's just Hardcore Tarkov playthrough. And I was flying around looking at asteroids, like sort of in a like a backup save. I got the coordinates for this one. It's about 20 k's away. It's unfortunately the closest one I could find. It is one hell of a journey out this way, but it's the journey we're going to have to make. All right, cool. Let me get over here, and we'll see what we've managed to scout. I didn't actually find the uranium. I just saw the signal post on it. I don't know what this thing looks like. And much like a frog leaping onto its target, we are actually going to use the rear thrusters to brake. Just because there's more of them, they work better. I love that this game has like a flip and burn mechanic kind of just built into the way, you know, the way it models 3D space. It's really cool. I mean, you can't really do like a true flip and burn because you can't orbit things, you know, so you need multiple thrust vectors like we've got here. Not just for orientation, but also for like actual delta V change. But it would be so cool. It would be so cool if space engineers actually had orbits. I mean, none of this would work. All the planets would collapse and all the asteroids would fall out of the sky. But man, it would be cool if they had actual simulated orbits. All right, so I happen to know, I have it on good authority, which is unfortunately my own, that there do be uranium in them there hills. Now, I have unshackled the sun, as I mentioned. It's got a 2-hour daytime rotation, which I think is the normal one. And so we're going to sneak on in here and see if we can see this uranium. Did I turn the signals off? I did. There you go. It's 225 meters that way. So there is what looks like a little donut tunnel inside here. Very interesting. Very interesting. That might be a good place to stick our refineries and stuff. Let's just go figure out where that uranium actually is, though. Because we'll need to mine it on site, like as close to it as we can get. Looks like going this way is getting me closer. And then we can pipe it through into there. You know, that is in the sun right now, so maybe that'll get some solar panels too. Just trying to look over here. 165 meters from this point. I think this might be better scouted in person. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I think we just start digging right here. I think we build a little mining platform that digs straight down. It's so 60 meters from the surface. That's not unattainable. That's doable. We can do that. I just need some steel plates. I don't have a nanobot system here. That's a bit of an oversight, so we'll have to build one in first thing. Whoopsie, what have I done? I put that all in a connector, didn't I? Yep, because I need to do this. Aha! There we go. Alright, so let's mark the closest point we've got to the uranium. It's about there. Okay, and then I want it oriented... Oh, well, this is actually kind of annoying, because if it's going to connect up to the other grid, it would need to be oriented with that grid, but at the same time, maybe not, actually, because we can use merge blocks to bridge the shape size. I might actually use a merge block. People are going to lose their damn minds. Alright, so let's put the mine off to the side here. Put it right there. And we've done this before, so I'm not going to spend too much time describing what I'm doing per se. And instead, we're going to spend a lot of time digging up uranium. So, yeah, we want to kind of try and make sure we actually hit it. 60 meters worth of pistons is a hell of a lot of pistons. I'm going to have to build this thing real tall. Okay, hold on. What if we change tactics here? Rather than building the mine on the outside, which, while interesting, or rather, while simplified, is far less interesting. What if we go inside the asteroid, right? And we build the mine from out there. I think that could be pretty... I think that could be a lot more... a lot more interesting, really. Okay, if I come in here, the uranium is up on the top. All right. I think I can make that work. Yeah, maybe that is the best approach. We're actually technically closer than we were the other side. I can't help but think there's a closer deposit on the surface, because in my experience these always used to spawn on the surface. But maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it doesn't work like that anymore? Okay, never mind. Doesn't work like that. I can't seem to find a surface position for it, so we are going to just build some quick pistons, which are just going to right-click mine all the way down through to it, and then from there we achieve glory, hopefully, one day, somehow. Straight line in this direction, which means we actually need to orient it like this, funnily enough. Sorry about the dogs barking, by the way. I can't do anything about that. They're dogs. Sometimes they just do that. I do not have a build and repair module on this ship, which is actually a bit of an oversight now that I think about it. Let's see if we can get one of those going, because that, once again, really just speeds up the whole process, doesn't it? I do not have the spectator cam here, I'm also remembering, or realizing, rather. That's something I'm going to need to move over. Build and repair. So, I need you to face this way. Okay, build and repair system, turn on. I want you on fly mode, and I want you grinding if the weld gets stuck. Okay, dope. And straight up just get rid of this. Okay, let me see if I can get the spectator cam working, and then we will be off to the races. Alright, looks like the time lapse is working. Let's get on it before it falls apart. Magic, go gadget, time lapse. Okay, there we go. We've got a basic mine done. I just did a quick circle to make sure that the arm wouldn't collide with anything. I don't think that this is going to reach all the way down into that uranium deposit, not with the 5 pistons we've got on there, so we'll have to add more as we go. But for now, this thing can start digging. It is going to just dig stone at the moment, that's fine. It's mostly because I need this thing to expand itself a little bit, like this little base, so that it can handle all the stuff we're going to throw at it. So let's go ahead and put a couple of things on here. The first one is going to be Izzy's. We're going to run an instance of Izzy's over here. There we go. And it's going to be specifically, we could do Izzy's inventory manager, but I think we only need Izzy's ship refueler. It's mostly that we need the... how do I say this? We mostly just want the autocrafter to have the stuff it needs to print, which in order to do that, we're going to need this. Where is it? We actually don't need Izzy's. Let's not build Izzy's. We need the one that everybody's been telling me to get. Oh, I know it's on here somewhere. There we go. Nanobot build and repair, whatchamacallit. So we just got to put everything into groups. I think it's called build and repair group, and then the other one's called assembler group. Alright, that appears to be running, so our build and repair system is going to be grouped into this. And the assembler, wherever it is, we have an industrial assembler, there we go. This is going to be grouped into assembler group. Like that. Okay, and that should then work, I think. I just got to recompile this. LCD cockpit not found. Yes, but how do I I think I called it that exactly. I think I called it build and repair status panel. If I remember correctly, yes. Or cockpit 0. Okay, so that should do this once we've named it. So this is going to be named not cockpit 0, the other one. All these different scripts with their different requirements, but it's a lot to keep track of, okay? Hey, there we go. Okay. Step completed. Are you going to start? Are you starting? Are you starting? You're aligning. Okay, it's testing the waters. It looks like it's working. Okay, cool. So while that thing's digging, we have time to work on everything else. What the hell is your problem? Why aren't you working? LCD cockpit not found. Why do you need an LCD cockpit? You don't need an LCD cockpit. You'll be fine without it. I think I'm so used to using Izzy's. I like when a script doesn't work properly right away. I'm a bit like, ew, what's wrong with it? I got script privilege. Okay, but clearly we need to build out this platform a little bit more. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to build a couple of assemblers rather than this big industrial one, I guess. And we go from there. Okay, let's add a couple of tanks to the base. I think that is the best way to handle this. And then we need to build out a little connector platform for this thing to dock to. And then a little snake trail going out this way of conveyors that will ultimately stick its head out the side here and hopefully catch some sunlight when the sun drifts past. I don't know if this area gets sunlight. I assume it does. I'm probably assuming wrong, though. Okay, so this one's going to continue on. And this is going to connect up with that over there. Eventually. Okay, we're definitely going to want a sorter in the line here so that we don't end up sending stuff the wrong direction. Which way does this sorter work? There isn't much in the way of an arrow. The other one has a big old arrow, if you've forgotten. I think I might just have to use the old one because I don't know what the correct orientation is here, to be completely honest with you. That's a little annoying. But yes, we just need a conveyor sorter. So we'll just stick this one right over there. We'll make it fit somehow. Let me see if I can make this look nice. You know what? Actually, the very first time we make this, we don't want the conveyor sorter. And the reason for that is because we actually want to drain all of the resources on the ship down into the base. So just do it without the sorter for now, because that'll stop it flowing through. And once we've drained it all out into this cargo container, then we're happy. Okay, cool. And then I think I do want a refinery over here. I was thinking about not putting one up here. Just to try and limit the size of it in terms of reaver retention. But now I'm thinking about it, and you know what? Actually, the other refinery is better for this. I'm thinking about it, and I'm realizing that I need to deal with the stone somehow. And then we can also get some. We'll also get some other ores back from sifting it, right? The gravel. Yeah, because I can ship gravel back, no problem. It's just that I don't want to have to ship. I'm probably not going to get this thing to refine uranium. We might have to specialize it using Izzy's or something. I don't know. We can work it out. There'll be a way to solve this. There always is. And I'm going to commit the cardinal sin here, and I'm going to put a speed module. God, I can't speak. A yield module, and then a whole bunch of power modules because, yeah, we are not exactly flush for power up here. Although that being said, a reactor over here. Oh, we don't actually need a reactor. Let's just go ahead and make this solar panel array work. Also, I did a big stupid chat. I needed to. This needs to be a junction so that I can turn. That's pretty critical, actually. And we are actually, surprisingly, out of construction components, of all things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Leapfrog assembler to disassemble a couple hundred of these large steel tubes. That'll give us back some of the iron we need, and we can make construction components out of that. Is this all just construction components? Yeah, I thought we brought like 3,000 with us. I think we did, actually. Turns out that wasn't enough. But getting this thing working first is important, along with these pipes here, so that we can, at the very least, get that stone turned into iron and get those assemblers cooking on construction components domestically. Okay, then assemble construction components and turn off that build and repair system just for the moment. Okay, there we go. He is cooking, which means there's now iron on this base, which means that this lot can get queued up. You know, I want you making power cells, and I want you making construction components. And yes, indeed, they are working. Okay, cool. We're bootstrapping a base here. What are you stuck on? Oh, god damn it. You're gonna be so annoying, aren't you? Did the script break? I think the script broke. Allegedly, it is aligning? Yeah, no. I think we need to reset this. And you, what the hell's your problem? Oh, I see my problem. It's build and repair group 1 and assembler group 1. That's what this silly little script was looking for. Recompile? Still angry with me, huh? Okay, then you get recompiled. Hey, now it's working. Okay. Whew. What a process. But there you go. Now it's going to build the power cells it needs. And we're winning. And we are winning. Hey, we have a connector too. Let's go ahead and dock this ship, offload everything we've got, as well as, you know, it'll use the batteries we've got on here. We've got 12 hours of power. Let's contribute that to the base. And we put some lights around here too. There is a docking camera on this ship, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. Here we go, proximity. You'll be fine. And turn that off. And we're chilling. Okay. Okay. So the big play here is to move all of those resources into this one. There we go. Okay, cool. The ship has been drained. So now we have full access to all of the weldable abilities. And that's looking good. Give me a couple speed modules on these here assemblers. I don't think we need an Izzy's instance running here. I think this will be fine. Oh, whoops. Station fuel's fine. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Oh no. Turn off the shield. That might help. I think the shield is probably complaining. Yeah, it was the shield. The shield was complaining. Okay, whew. Drained the batteries a bit there, but hopefully we can put it back with some solar. Let's go build the solar array. It's going to go that way. Alright, cool. So we've got a line running all the way back to the base. Obviously, that still needs to be welded, which is going to be a bit of a process. We have to run conveyors out here, too, to do that. So, yeah. Alright, but we are going to build a solar sort of tracker over here. These are quite fun to make, in my experience. I'm thinking about actually just doing some static panels, but I think a solar tracker would actually be better. It'll need to stand out significantly from the asteroid. I need to just check what the time of day offset is here. Okay, so this does get a little bit of sun. It's a tiny little bit. So let's put that as about midday for this asteroid. And let's see how much sunlight we can actually capture. Okay, where is the sun? Sun's over there. And out of interest, is it moving left to right or up and down? Let's have a quick look. Alt F10 for the admin tools. Okay, and it's actually, no, it's kind of doing like an arch just over this rim. Okay, so we got to dodge the, let's put it in noon. So we got to dodge this rim. That's our target. Okay, cool. Cool, that's good intel, which means we do in fact want to go out from the asteroid quite a bit, I think. So let's, with that in mind, let's do one of these. I think we want to go out to about, get some serious clearance here, to about there. And then we put down a rotor, and we put down some solar panels. There is a temptation here to do this with an advanced rotor and run a conveyor tube back, because then we can put an oxygen farm on here as well, just to give us a little bit of O2. I don't really know if it's worth the resource investment to run oxygen farm, to run the conveyors all the way out here. I don't think it is. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty cool, but the oxygen farm, if you don't know, is a block you can put. It's like a solar panel that makes oxygen. There's a bunch of algae in a tank, basically. It's pretty nifty. I like using it quite a lot, but it is also kind of a pain to work with sometimes. Alright, so we'll put a rotor over here. We bring out a lot of blocks this way, like that, and then the rotor, this will adjust the pitch, or the roll, rather, and then I just need something to adjust the pitch as well, up and down. So we'll have a rotor on either end here, and this is what the solar panels are actually going to connect to. I wonder, can I get away with a block like this? And then maybe some, one of these, and then like some half blocks. I don't know what the best way to connect these is, to be completely honest. And there is a script by Izzy's, the wonderful Wizard of Izzy's, who, which will control the angle here so that it always tracks the sun. There is another way to do it with the turret controllers, I know. I haven't experimented with that though, so I'm just going to go with what I know. But you can basically put a camera on your solar panels and then tell them to always point at the sun using the new turret controller blocks, which is really cool. It's just not something I've worked with before, you know? There's going to be a huge solar array, but that's sort of the point. 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we do now have the colorable solar panels, which, I mean, that's pretty cool. We can try it. It's basically just a big... I mean, why not? Let's try it, right? We got nothing to lose. Let's give these a shot. Interesting, no scrollable one. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it like this. Alright, so where would the edges of this be? I guess like here? And I can change the... Oh, I can change the color. Let's make him yellow. Sure, why not? Okay, just don't bump this thing because the rotors aren't locked. I can't lock them for performance reasons. So don't bump the solar panels because they'll start rotating. And it's going to be very hard to build this. Well, you know what? We kind of want to run a conveyor tube out here just for the build and repair modules. So maybe we do put some oxygen farms over here. If I grab these ones here, oxygen farm, you'll see they kind of fit quite neatly on the edges. I just need to then... These would have to be advanced rotors, and that would have to be a conveyor tube. And so would that, and I'd have to do all of this again. Am I willing to do that? No, not really. Honestly, the oxygen farms can kind of just stick up over the top here, can't they? So let's do that. So they have a conveyor port on the bottom. Okay. And we want them to point upwards. That should be pretty easy to manage. Give me a conveyor. So you're going to go sort of... We'll do the coloring later. You're going to go sort of over here, 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 here. And then that's where we'll put the oxygen farms. And then, of course, we're going to need a build and repair module along here as well. And everything I'm building here can be built with the basic resources provided by stone. So I'm not too worried. Stick you right over here. And you go Sunny Jim. And then we need to run conveyors all the way back, but I'll do that in a second. Let me finish putting all this down. Okay, the mine is running again. It keeps breaking. Don't know what's wrong with it. Don't really particularly care to check. Look, I mean, if this isn't practical, if we need to just quickly build a little mining ship like a Remora and just go dig out of that, I will do that. I do want to see if I can make it work with the pit mine, just because I like the idea. But maybe we just set up a tardigrade, actually, to go and mine it. Maybe that would have been a hell of a lot easier. Maybe I'm a big stupid head. Oh, I'm so dumb. That would have been so much simpler. Oh, no. Oh, well. You know what? We've made this bed. We're going to damn well sleep in it. Okay, I'm going to continue building out these solar panels, and I can't move the time-lapse camera. Unfortunately, it is quite literally frozen in time. It won't let me move around. I don't know why. I've had this problem before. But I have to relog the spectator cam, but then, you know, there's a pretty good chance it just won't log back in. So right now it is presently recording a time lapse of the hole being dug. If that isn't really what we need, then I might move it back over here. But we'll see. We'll see what we get up to. Well, that's not quite right. That is a bit of a problem. Okay, well, we clanged the hell out, and now I need to teleport back to the Leapfrog. Let's, oh my god, 28 megawatts? Alright, it's definitely a one-way trip, that. Where's the body location? It's gone off that way. A little bit scary. A little bit scary, that just so pleasantly ripping itself apart like that. Yeah, the entire thing tore itself off. Well, now, that does sort of mean maybe we can get away with doing we make it the whole thing with the advanced rotor. Okay, you know what? That's fine. And maybe I do just move the time-lapse camera. Maybe we don't care so much about digging a hole. We've dug a few holes in our time. Okay, well, you know what would have solved that problem was having a constructed connector thing just nearby, right? To sort of mitigate the damage a bit. So let's work on that. You good here, homie? No, you're stuck on the wall again, aren't you? I can smell it. Now he's moving. He is moving. Okay, cool. So we built all the way up to there, which means we now need to start adding our build and replace systems into the mix. The simplest way to do this is to just build them at the last point it was actually able to reach. This is pretty critical. If you don't do it this way, you can have huge gaps in your coverage. Now, I am a little bit worried that that one cannot actually reach that one. Oh, God. So we stick another one right over here. And then you just kind of dot them along wherever you think they fit. And before you know it, the damn conveyor builds itself. You're stuck, aren't you? Yeah, this thing doesn't work properly. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, I mean, we tried to do it with the mine. It just can't seem to push down. For some reason. I don't know why. It's like getting stuck on its height. Which is a very odd bug. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, per se. You know what we can do? Is we can... I think we'll just build the... I think we'll just bring a tardigrade up here, to be completely honest. I think that's the smarter play. Yeah, see, it's just not moving. It's not adjusting its maximum distance. That's the problem. See? That's not moving either. Yeah, it's not working. It is broken. Are you at 90? No, you're not quite at 90. So is this getting stuck on something? Is that the problem? It does not appear to be getting stuck on anything. Is there maybe like a little stone somewhere I'm missing? I mean, I can't see anything. There might be like a little voxel, like an invisible one somewhere that we can't see, but I don't think it's worth the time, to be honest. I think we'll just go ahead and turn that off, save a bit of power, and we're gonna just dig that with the tardigrade. Alright, so that build and repair system group needs to include all of these, or it's not going to work anymore. All of these, of course, need to be turned on, and all of these, and I do mean all of these. Oh, it doesn't need to include this one. Whoopsie. Not that one. There we go. All of these over here are going to be set up to fly, grind of well get stuck, and then turn off that stupid janitor mode. Not stupid janitor mode. Janitor mode is fine. It doesn't work well for what I'm trying to do here. There we go. And through this, the universe begins to know itself. Alright, so scrap you. You're done. You're out of here. You're on notice. You have been defeated, and congratulations, deleted. I think we will put the tardigrade up on this. So this can then get painted the color of shame. There we go. And that should start grinding it, I hope. Okay, and instead, we will build a tardigrade dock. Or a few of them. You know what? What's stopping us from having a few of them? After all, why shouldn't we enjoy the game?
There's no need to get angry.
But guess you want something like... do a T-junction to start. Okay, hold on. I'm not used to these pipes. Then you'll do one of these. Then a T-junction for each docking connector, because they dock on the sides, right? Yeah. We can bring 2 up here, and we'll leave expansion space for 4. All right, and honestly, to bring them up here, I'm probably just going to slap a landing gear or 2 and then just drag them on the big ship. It's going to look very funny, but it will work. Just give me a magnetic plate. We'll just drag them up here the old-fashioned way. Got the big one? I got the big one. Unable to place. Unable to place. Listen. Okay. I ask of you such a simple task. Do I not have steel plates? I have steel plates. Fine. Fine. You want to do this the hard way? Fine. We'll just tack a few of these onto the top. Put one there, put one there. We'll bring them with us. But this is actually a pretty good excuse to fly back down, see how the base is doing, and bring those up now while all of that's printing. You know what we can do is we can get the solar panels designed as well, so at least they start printing too. Alright, so you're no longer going to be one of these, you're going to be an advanced rotor. There we go. And you're going to attach to... Aha! Small oversight on my part. This needs to be... The build and repair unit can go here, but it needs to face up. Like that. And then we put this. And then we put the rotor. And we'll need another programmable block down here to run the solar script. Okay, so you're going to be solar PB. And we're going to go here. I just prefer using the script. And we're going to grab Izzy Solar Alignment. Copy that to the editor. Check the code. We're happy. We're chilling. We're loving it. Name all the rotors solar rotors. And then rotate to sunrise. Yes. Is that it? We just put it on... Wow. Okay, we just put Izzy Solar Alignment main in the thing. Okay, so where are all my advanced rotors? Basically all the incomplete ones. That will be solar rotors. Saved. And then I need an LCD. And we just throw that down. Let's put it... Yeah, we'll have a couple of displays over here. Why doth I perish? Oh, I opened my helmet, that's why. Okay, presently we produce no kilowatts. Okay, presently we output 1.3 megawatts of a potential 72. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the space, huh? Okay, what are we shy on? Construction components, of course. No, it's being made, it's just slow. Okay, cool. Oh, it's all coming through now. Look at that. With this in, we should then see the first oxygen coming through. Oh, we've lost the sun. We've lost the sun. I just want to see if this works in this position. Let's just do that. You produce a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, so how much O2 are we producing here? 1.35 liters per minute. It's nothing. Like, it's really, really slow, but it should be enough to keep us alive, at the very least. It is not currently filling the O2 tank, though. Is there a break? Well, there can't be a break in the conveyors, because these things are actually able to build. Alright, but I'm going to fly this bad boy back to the base, and we shall grab some tardigrades and bring them back with us. And they shall do the good work. And then comes the fun job of working how the hell Pam Automind is going to handle this. We do have a extra port over there. That was intentionally left open. Maybe we dock a remora to this. Should I print one out quickly? It wouldn't. It would only take a few seconds. Maybe we print out a quick remora, and then that can just live as part of the Leapfrog. Let's go print up a remora and a tardigrade and slap them on top there. Also, I can't leave the base guns unattended anymore. That was a bit dangerous. I didn't think about that. So I got two options to solve that. Either I can hack that Reaver ship over there, or I can just drop it next to the base and let the bots take care of it. It's not as fun as putting it in the big pit. I will have to get something else to put in the big pit, I guess. It doesn't have a protuberance. Of course. No protuberance detected this time. Which side is the actual magnet? Is that the magnet side? I don't know. I assume so. Oh yeah, that's the magnet side. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm just going to drop that in the damn pit and we'll see what happens to it. Well, that is a lot more stable than anything else we've done so far. This is a very, very big ship. You don't really get an idea of the scale until you put it over the base, right? And the base is gigantic. And then you put this near it, and it just feels... It feels like we've done a lot less than we have done. You know what I mean? Oh, like, I mean, this is a lot of construction for single player, and it would have been impossible without the nanobots. Those are definitely the MVPs of this particular playthrough. But man, this is still a pretty big ask. Okay. That is slowly tumbling its way down into the ship. I'm interested to see... Are they welding or grinding? I think they're just picking up pieces right now, to be completely honest. I think they're picking up pieces of scrap metal. Let's put janitor mode back on. Just for a second here. Give me the Super Sarlacc Nanobot Sun. Put janitor mode back on just for this. Janitor grinds enemy blocks. Yes, these are all enemy blocks, so grind them. Okay, nice. So that should just slowly get melted. I think. I hope. I pray. I could paint him. Yeah, you know what? Let's just paint him. Man, look at that. I wish the spectator cam was down here. Unfortunately, it's not working. Okay, quick work. Let's go print a couple more tardigrades, and then we get back to the real stuff. Alright, here we go. We're heading on back to the asteroid. As promised, we now have 2 tardigrades sitting on the back, just on those magnetic plates. They're chilling. And we've got a remora stuck underneath. And, yes, I see some of the thrusters are still on. That's my bad. Add a little bit more thrust so that it wouldn't crash. We are en route for the asteroid, about 100 meters per second here. Dampeners are off, so we're just going to cruise on in. And I'm going to take this opportunity to thank all of you again. I haven't really done it since the first episode, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, but I think it's time to take a step back and appreciate the 20,000 human beings who stop what they're doing when we post a video and take time out of their day to watch it. So I think the very least we can do is to turn around and say thank you all so much for doing that, and, well, let us do the same. You're all fantastic, and if there's anything you'd like us to showcase, specifically fan art, we'd really love to do a little segment in these episodes, Magic and I, where if you have any fan art of the series that you've made, someone was talking about doing a time-lapse of a 3D print of one of the tardigrades, for example, that would be something we'd really love to feature. So there's a Discord server, there's a fan art channel, go ahead and drop your submissions in there. Okie dokes. Anyway, where were we? All of this needs to get added to the build and repair system group. Alright, let's try this again. The time-lapse camera is once again on notice. I don't know what's happened to it, but it isn't here. So, yeah, no time-lapse for this particular segment, but we will work our way up to it. Also, what the hell are you doing, Mr. Unemployed? What the hell are you doing? You need to build your half blocks. That's what you need to do. Oh, that thing is starting to shake. We've learned our lesson. We've learned our lesson, haven't we? We grab all advanced rotors over here, and we share that inertia tensor. Okay, the shaking has stopped. Okay, there we go. That is going to be our build. I mean, that's plenty of power, though. That's going to be a couple megawatts. That should, when it's in full sunlight, that should work. Alright, then we need to go and get our script set up. Let's do that. Recompile. Okay, what is your problem? Damaged. Colorable solar panel slope is damaged. Repaired for maximum solar power. Okay, it's just complaining that the panels aren't constructed. Okay. So if we teleport the sun into frame, is this thing now going to work? Put it over here. Let's see what they do. It should start tilting it. Emphasis on the word should. I note that it is not tilting it though. Is it because we've got the inertia lock on? It might be. Maybe that's why it can't rotate. I'm a little scared to turn it off. I'm going to let it finish welding them all before I turn it off, because these things have a tendency to pull themselves apart, as we saw previously. Because right now it should rotate... Oh, that one's moving. That one's moving. I don't know if it's moving by mistake or not. Like, I don't know if that's the script, because if anything, the script's making it worse. Oh no, there we go. Now it's working. Okay, okay. It just took a second. It is now rotating the whole apparatus. Let me hop in here and move myself out of the way. It is quite slow because it's designed to track the sun, you know, every 5 or 6 seconds. I don't know what the update time is actually, but it's not rapid. I do know that much. So yes, the Remora is over here, comfortably docked behind that thruster. It's just going to sort of sit there and chill. It's kind of like a backup craft in case we need to go, you know, mine some ice for this thing in an emergency or whatever. And then we've got our two tardigrades, which are going to be deposited in this base. Kind of interested to see what the hell this thing thinks it's doing. Oh, yeah, it was doing something. The machinations of Izzy's script are beyond me. Okay, now it's moving. Is it going to stop? It's going to stop. Okay, so it does it in segments. I see. I think it moves it a bit, sees if it improves, moves it a bit, sees it if it improves. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing here. That's on 1 block of power. You're on 2 blocks. Hey, that means you're at least 50%. That's hard to hate. Have a quick look here. And our batteries are recharging. Okay, that's all that really matters in the end, right? Alright, but let's dock this lad, so at least he can you know, charge a bit from the solar. And then we can turn off these hydrogen thrusters. We do still have 77% fuel, but that was all the fuel we could pull out of the main base. We are fresh out of ice, and that is primarily because we're using ice to generate power at the moment. That's going to be a major issue. We have massive resource shortages. I think we might start printing the fit for purpose at the end of next episode, so like we'll work towards it and get as close as we can. And the reason we would do that is because we need a goal to work towards, right? Like, I want a tangible thing I can have going on in the background, and it's going to take a long time to print anyway. And also, we kind of need to know if the game could even handle making the thing. Now, we definitely do need to start docking outside, though. This is not sustainable to have this come in here every time. It's safer, but it doesn't really need to do that. It just kind of needs to come in when it recharges, and then get sent off. We'll need, like, an exterior docking port. And, I mean, since we've got cargo running this way already, I'll probably just build it off the solar panels, like... that way, sort of dock over here somewhere. Okay, but this thing's worked it out. It's now aligned to the sun. I don't know what this one's doing. It's well, I guess it's doing its best, huh? Someone who knows Izzy's, please tell me in the comment section why that is not currently pointed out. I mean, these ones are 100%. That's at 40. They're all allegedly at 100%. Really? I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, you're way less than 100%. No way that's true all round. Yeah, you're on 0 because of the shadow. But I mean, as the sun moves, we'll get the juice back. Okay, cool. But hey, let's not focus on the negative. That's a pretty good start. So I think the next thing we do is we hop into our tardigrades. We're gonna go ahead and turn their engines on, and then we fly. So let's auto lock off and toggle block off. Oh, you're still locked. Oh, interesting. Okay, so just turning it off doesn't unlock it. Switch lock. There we go. It's ready to lock. We don't want it to, though. Okay, tardigrade numero unesto. Yeah, they're a bit overbuilt for this environment because they are designed to work in the moon's gravity. So they don't really need those massive thrusters on top. In fact, you want sort of omnidirectional thrust. They're not really the ideal build for this particular space. Being, you know, that the space is, well, you know, space. But we'll do what we can with them. So let's dock the first one, and then we'll set up their jobs and get them going. Okay, tardigrade connectors 1 and 2 are now aptly named. This is probably going to get removed, this little spike here. In fact, it's definitely going to get removed. Let's get the other one parked. And then I'm probably going to do a manual... I'll probably do a manual mine down just to get the first batch of uranium out. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Okay, dock you up. Alright, nice. So let's go ahead. Well, the path to the worksite is going to be... Oh man, it's going to be arduous to make our way over there. But I think we might just manage. Before I set up the worksite and all that, though, I'm going to work on the first one. And as you can see, we managed to excavate the small space here. It's not quite going to cut. I might want to put some lights on the roof for future time-lapsing purposes. But I think for now, what we're going to do is hop into this guy. And we're going to fly Tardigrade Emmanuel. And I just want to get down to the uranium. So I dug down there by hand ahead of time before we set up the auto miner drill even, when that stopped working. And oh, there is a hole into the void over there. I don't know if you saw that. But it was, it's quite far. Like, it would have taken hours and hours and hours to dig out the actual pit here. So I think this is a faster way to get started. At least just with I gotta be very careful that we don't eat through all of our basic resources. This should just get us the first batch pretty comfortably. You know, if we can go home with about 1 million uranium ore, I'm gonna be really happy. So we dig the hole down with one of these, and then we'll go in there with the remora and do some direct mining. Okay, we are into the deposit, and I know I'm gonna be getting a lot of stone with this, but I can't risk losing it. Oh, and that's interesting. There's nothing to my right, but there's a bunch to the left. Okay, this is good intel, actually, because I would have dug straight down to this point, hoping to find a bunch of ore. Okay, we are well into the deposit now, but mostly only with the left side drills, by the look of it. I mean, this is so valuable. Is everything full here? Are the drills full? The connector's not yet full, and the drills aren't full. Okay, we can take more. Okay, no, there is uranium directly beneath us as well. It's just sort of on a curve, it looks like. If I head down to mining cam, does that look like stone or uranium to you? That's definitely uranium. Look at that texture difference. That's definitely uranium. Alright, so we're pretty full, but we're not completely full. I think we get completely full before we move any further. Okay, getting 1 million uranium out of this might be a bit ambitious, but it's definitely a start. Okay, drills are now full. And we're still going into the uranium deposit. Okay, so it's huge. It is huge. Looks like I went a bit skew on my way down, and I'm now paying the price for it. The tunnel's not exactly straight. Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement, in fact. I wonder if there's a way to... We could build in some ejectors to this thing. Just ditch the stone on the floor, but the damn build and repair units will pick it up. That doesn't really work forever, does it? Shame those poor top thrusters are just not equipped for this at all. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and lock you in. Let that drain out completely. That is what you want to see. Now, of course, there's no PAM on this, so it's just going to put everything into the refinery, which is exactly what we've seen over here. And yeah, it's just going to keep... The refinery will automatically pull stuff into it. So maybe we do want to set up some ISIs. Or, alternatively, we just set up this connector properly. Because this was a temporary build, I'm now remembering. So what we want is a conveyor sorter. And we're just going to pump all of the raw ore from this base into this ship. All the stone, we'll take it all. We'll take whatever we can get, really, I suppose. If you're wondering why I'm not just putting ISIs on here anyway, it's because I'm trying to limit the number of scripts running in this save. Each one of them adds significant processing time, because each second they update and do things, and you know, it adds complexity to the simulation that if we can avoid, we should avoid. More complexity is, you know, more bad. Just at least on the surface of it. For now, I'm just going to put this in here, just while we're working this out. And I'm going to set this thing up. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to set up a... let's first off, find me that refinery. Turn that off for a second. Okay, then give me the conveyor sorter. And we're going to set up a whitelist. These are the only things you're allowed to take are ore. All ore, add. All ore gets put into the big ship. That simple. Alright. And then you are going to have drain all collected. Collect all is on. So what we should see is it fills itself up with ore. Okay, and then you are going to have collect all on. Alright, and it's going to fill itself with, with all the crap we've collected, of course. But it should get moved into the cargo containers. If it doesn't, then I just need to put a conveyor behind this to push things through as well. Let's see. Lock that in. Oh, I can do it like this. Are you going to behave? Our cargo containers here are not filling up at present. And that's despite... I mean, things can move through, so that's good. But it's not moving the way I would want it to. Alright, so we could set up conveyors, or I can just set up an instance of Izzy's on the ship. Now, we should set up an instance of Izzy's here, and then just set special commands on the ship. I was really hoping to avoid having to do this, but I guess we're just going to have to do it. Unless there's another cargo script I can think of. Maybe, I mean, this might be a good instance for Taladins, actually. You know what? I'll leave that to you guys, the comment section. How should we move resources from this base up to this ship? It's still going to be a while before we get enough to really make it, you know, worthwhile. So what I will do in the meantime is set up my path recording, and we can go ahead and unlock. And we are going to mine all of the uranium known to man. Also, we can now name these tardigrades. People did submit excellent names for the previous episode for these for the other tardigrades and these ones. I will add them all in the next episode. Sorry, like I said, it's been a bit of an insane month. So I'm sorry if everything's a little bit falling apart a little bit. Stop path recording right over there. Set up mining job. All right, so the depth is going to be the real kicker here. We're going all the goddamn way down. It's about 130 meters, we'll say, for safety. And then I'm going to cut the width right down. I want you to dig in your little narrow tunnel right over here. I think that's the way we do it. Okay. Start the job. And he might bonk himself into the wall a little bit. But it looks like he's going to work it out. Good kid. Is he a good kid? He's a good kid. Alright, I think the play here, for now, is to just stick another one of these behind this. So just push this out a little bit. And that will... it probably only works in one direction, doesn't it? Because if we put a sorter saying to pull stuff from here into the ship, then when we get to the other side, it won't go the other way. So no, we do need a script to move resources through and around. Yeah, definitely. That is something we're going to want to look into. Okay, so you know what? Let me go ahead. We've got 4 big cargo containers on there. Let's put 4 big cargo containers down here. So that, you know, like matches like and all that. We'll put you there, and we'll put you just over there. Okay, let you connect up. And that should at least give us enough storage to fill the cargo ship. And you know what? They might need for a bit of buffer. We've got the resources. Let's spend them. Just like that. Okay, so you're working... Are you stuck? You are stuck. Predictably. Rather predictably. Oh, it is pushing. Look at that thing go. Alright, so that one had a width of about there. So we'll just go on the other side of this hole. Okay, record path and set home. Man, what a journey we're about to go on. You ready? You ready? Wow, journey complete. I just don't want these things to bump into each other. So we go like sort of over there. Yeah. Bring the width right down and then push the depth all the way. I say we go right about there. And I think we should just reposition this one so it doesn't get stuck. Okay, cool. Tardigrades are working. So they will work tirelessly to feed us. And I think that's pretty much all the setup for this outpost. It's very basic, it's very rudimentary, but it will get the job done. We have power production, we have power consumption, we have resource production, we have resource refining. It's simple, but it is functional, right? And you know what? I'm being silly. We don't need to pull all of the ore here, we just need to pull the uranium. I don't want all the ore, I only want uranium ore. So let's go ahead and set this up correctly. And that also then simplifies the problem of like, oh, how do we deal with all these resources? Well, the simple answer is we just don't have to. Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you, ship. Let me look at it. Nope, you won't let me look at it. Fine. You won't show me yours, I'll show you mine. Where is that conveyor? Ah, there it is. Leapfrog connector. Okay, it's filled itself up. Regrettably. Yeah, no, we definitely need to use a inventory sorting system to make this work, don't we? Alright guys, but that is all I have time for today. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I will see you all in the next one. Cheers, and bye-bye. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. if your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?